Hello, my name is Noah Herfort, and I will be presenting a new climate crisis theory called planetary degrowth. To begin, it's important to discuss the severity of current climate change impacts and how our world has tried to combat them. We've already experienced a 1.1 degree increase in global temperature. This has resulted in disastrous impacts, such as vicious wildfires, fierce hurricanes and cyclones, frequent droughts, deadly heat waves, and the destruction of biodiversity. With the world on track to warm by 3 degrees Celsius by the end of the century, these initial impacts will only worsen. Confronted with an existential threat to our civilization, our leaders have done nothing to address the climate crisis. As you can see in this graph, United Nations international summits, the dominant approach to solving climate change, have desperately failed to stop the increase in global greenhouse emissions. Next slide, please. This tells us something very important about the world we live in. Our current model of national politics and global capitalism has and continues to drive the climate crisis. Most importantly, the time is now to overhaul the old and usher in the radical new. I've attempted to map this future with planetary degrowth, a radical theory built on planetary sovereignty and degrowth. Planetary sovereignty is the idea that we move beyond the current nation-state system where individual countries have power to a system where a world government has power. Since the climate crisis is a global issue, only a global politics will truly solve it. Degrowth is a type of economics that aims to degrow society's production and consumption so that it is in rhythm with a finite planet. Under capitalism, we aim to grow our profits and investments even if it inevitably leads to environmental destruction. To address the climate crisis, we must move away from capitalism towards an economic system that prioritizes sustainability and human happiness. Taken together, planetary degrowth imagines a future where world government practices degrowth economics. It is a future that addresses and overcomes the root causes of the climate crisis. Next slide, please. In my research, I interviewed 10 climate experts in order to see what they had to say about my theory. I wanted to gauge if that theory made sense and if I was heading in the right direction. Experts include a range of academics from different disciplines, such as international relations and sustainable development, as well as non-academics, such as activists and authors. After analyzing the transcript interviews, I found that the majority of respondents viewed the climate crisis as a terrifying threat and that capitalism, as well as the nation-state, are responsible for causing it. Experts similarly agreed that my theory of planetary degrowth makes sense and that it addresses the root causes of the climate crisis. Going forwards, my research shows that we need radical theories of the future. As the climate crisis gets worse and our leaders remain complacent, we need to imagine a truly better world beyond the constraints of today. We must dare to take a new path. Thank you.